With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most groundbreaking, influential, and or culturally significant moments from cinema.
We're gonna make a fortune with this place.
Number 20, saying his name, Dr. No. Sean Connery became an absolute superstar as James Bond. In the first entry, Dr. No, the filmmakers introduced him in a clever way. The camera doesn't show the man's face until the last possible second. Building up the character's slick reputation, the scene then gives way to one of the more memorable introductions in movie history.
I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
Connery utters the line with pure class as a cigarette hangs out of his mouth. The actor turned himself into an icon right away, laying the groundwork for a successful franchise.
Looks like you're out to get me.
It's an idea at that.
Many others followed him as Bond, but the successors largely looked up to the original when saying the famous phrase.
Andre, I must pass the shoe. Jean-Jacques, I hope you'll forgive me, but it's most important. Thank you.
Number 19, digital image processing, Westworld. What does an android see when it scans an environment? This and other questions were posed by the film Westworld. In an adult amusement park, visitors hang out in an Old West setting and interact with robots.
Wasn't it terrific? Boy, machines are the servant of man. Wasn't that great?
Yul Brynner plays the rogue gunsfighter that hunts down guests. His character chases one hero, leading to revolutionary shots of digital image processing. The Pixel Vision might seem ordinary by today's standards, but this all happened in the days before Star Wars and other big-budget blockbusters of the 1970s. It helped to push forward and inspire further advancements in special effects and CGI. Number 18, the post-credits sequence, The Silencers. During the era of James Bond, Dean Martin starred as American agent Matt Helm. The latter character had a series of his own that included movies like The Silencers. People may not remember the film as much, but it holds an unlikely place in cinema history.
There's a lot more where that came from.
It features one of the first prominent post-credit sequences to tease a sequel. Helm reappears after the main story ends, signaling the franchise will return.
That's the glory of love.
This came many decades before the Marvel Cinematic Universe made it fashionable. Martin came back for 3 more films, showing that this idea might have helped after all.
Oh my God.
Number 17, first same-sex kiss, Wings. In this early Oscar winner, 2 men trained to be pilots in World War I. They both fall for a woman, but this moment centers on a kiss between the main characters. David Armstrong is close to death as his friend Jack Powell embraces him. Powell kisses his friend, sending him off with a meaningful goodbye. There's both the context and subtext of the scene to contemplate from a modern lens. Considering the film's release year, this story beat could be considered transgressive for even existing at all. It's certainly an impactful sequence between 2 people with a strong bond. Whether or not it's the very first, this decision by the Wings filmmakers lives on a century later. Number 16, Wilhelm scream, distant drums. Throughout film history, many sounds have permeated pop culture. The Wilhelm scream developed a reputation as a recurring gag in various movies. It first appeared in the western Distant Drums after an alligator chomps at a man. When you hear it, you definitely know it. The noise itself was used in tons of other projects, like the charge at Feather River, the latter of which included a character named Wilhelm. The notable yelp lived on with a new name, with better-known franchises such as Star Wars utilizing the noise. You can call it a masterful inside joke, or just a wacky piece of cinematic lore. Number 15, Dinosaur Reveal, Jurassic Park. Steven Spielberg's dinosaur adventure wowed audiences, earned lots of money, and helped to kickstart a new generation of special effects. director does a great job holding back the massive prehistoric creatures before an extended reveal. As the island guests take a tour, they're introduced to a fully formed Brachiosaurus. The movie boldly chooses to show off a large-scale model that looks remarkably real thanks to some advancements in CGI.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Industrial Light and Magic created detailed and layered dinosaurs, rendering some fantastic images for the actors to actually act alongside. Spielberg and his team figured out a way to make it all look believable.
They're moving in herds. They do move in herds.
Number 14, boarding up the windows / assembling the first modern zombie film, Night of the Living Dead. Director George A. Romero and his collaborators didn't have much money, but they had enough cool ideas to bring the zombie into a new era.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
The filmmakers showed that you didn't need much to change a movie genre. In this plot, survivors hide out in a house and board up the entry points. This keeps the undead creatures at bay outside. Many decades later, Romero's iconography continues to influence horror projects of all kinds. The slow-walking enemies became a trope along with the need to secure a location with limited resources. As you watch Ben and Barbara try to improvise, you start to see the future of a successful series and the format for many zombie films.
Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI and the Joint Chiefs behind closed doors. The White House spokesman, in announcing this conference, says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting.
Number 13, Fred Astaire dances on the ceiling, Royal Wedding. Fans of this iconic dancer could name any number of films and routines to discuss his career. If we're picking solo dances on the fantastical side, this one from Royal Wedding certainly takes the cake. Fred Astaire can seemingly defy gravity and make it look easy. Dancing up the wall and onto the ceiling, the performer reconceptualizes cinematic dances. Astaire outdid himself with a little help from the unique setting. It's all a clever trick involving a revolving set. Several films and musicians have paid homage to this scene, using some elaborate production design to copy the original. Number 12, climbing the Empire State Building, King Kong. When you think about this adventure film, you probably imagine this signature moment. The title monster climbs to the top of a New York landmark. Once he reaches the spire, King Kong fends off a squadron of planes as he clutches Andero. The film uses this as an opportunity to mix the impressive Kong model with an awesome location. Some innovative stop-motion techniques and other early special effects bring the villain to life. In the reboots, filmmakers reprised this scene with updated technology. It's such an iconic sequence that makes the climax of every version unforgettable. Number 11, Neo dodges bullets, The Matrix. In what's commonly known as bullet time, Neo bends back and dodges an agent's gunshots. The scene might be the most famous sequence in a movie full of iconic ones. With a unique camera setup, the filmmakers captured the stunt with groundbreaking precision. It practically re-energized the concept of slow-motion gunfights in Hollywood.
Only human.
Dodge this.
Compared to other effects and visual flourishes from the era, this one still stands out. It's also a cool way to reveal the extent of this hero's powers. All these years later, you can still copy this moment and people will know exactly what you're referencing.
How did you do that?
Do what?
You moved like they do. I've never seen anyone move that fast.
Wasn't fast enough.
Number 10. Light Cycle Run, Tron. Before the 1980s, it was much harder to imagine a movie taking place in a digital world. Tron helped to change all that with cutting-edge, never-before-seen visuals. Jeff Bridges' character finds himself in a digitized space where the scenery needs to look convincing. The famous light cycle sequence was key, and a thrilling moment that includes fully computer-generated environments. The painstaking process needed to build these images represented a huge step forward for modern VFX. Without scenes like this one, many of the believable worlds in current live-action and computer-animated features wouldn't exist.
Come on.
There's also the 2010 sequel that pays homage to the original project's look. It certainly deserves to be celebrated. Number 9. The Steadicam, Bound for Glory. For this biopic about the US folk singer Woody Guthrie, the filmmakers used a now vital new piece of equipment. One scene guides audiences through an encampment with fluid motion, and it's all thanks to the Steadicam, invented by Garrett Brown. Brown's technology finally allowed for camera operators to have more stable and precise movements. Putting viewers in the midst of the action, this sequence feels as if you're truly walking with Guthrie in the 1930s.
Don't make no difference. I mean, they all work the same.
Cinematographer Haskell Wexler brilliantly applied the newfound tech, taking the Oscar for his work on Bound for Glory. Other movies, such as Rocky, would also use the invention that same year, and the rest is history. Number 8. The Final Shot, The Great Train Robbery. Edwin S. Porter directed this Western in 1903, and it's widely held to be one of the most influential silent movies of all time. Perhaps most famously of all, however, Porter decided to conclude this landmark project with a bang. An outlaw fires a gun at the screen, breaking the fourth wall for a classic ending. Back then, it was a hugely inventive way to alter the audience's expectations. Martin Scorsese later paid tribute to the shot at the end of Goodfellas, and today, the fourth wall break is a tried and tested trope.
Get to live the rest of my life like a schnook.
But it was the Great Train Robbery that really put it on the map, and it was Porter's creativity that paved the way. Number 7. Slapping Back, In the Heat of the Night. For this Oscar-winning film, Sidney Poitier plays the iconic role of Virgil Tibbs. The detective finds himself investigating a crime while dealing with racism in Mississippi. When, in one scene, Tibbs confronts the plantation owner, Eric Endicott, it was a pivotal moment.
Well, let us say the people who work for Mr. Colbert might reasonably regard you as the person least likely to mourn his passing.
While the racist man slaps the hero, the lead character immediately puts Endicott in his place. The aftermath and the reactions combine to create a scene that's heavy with tension. Poitier gave audiences a radical look at a black character fighting back against white oppression. It's a moment that represented a new step in the civil rights movement, taking a pointed look at race relations in America.
There was a time when I could have had you shot.
Number 6. First love scene, Ecstasy. Before reaching Hollywood, Hedy Lamarr had already made a name for herself in Europe. One of her earlier films was the Czech production Ecstasy. Released in 1933, it contained shots that were considered extremely sexually explicit for the era. One sequence found Lamar's character in an intimate moment with her lover, for what could reasonably be called the first sex scene to feature in a mainstream release. The overall movie was so controversial that it was censored in many countries. It might be considered tame by today's standards, but it broke boundaries in the 30s and rewrote the rules around sex in the big screen. Number 5. The Ambush, Bonnie and Clyde. Arthur Penn directed this controversial but acclaimed film, and it was much more than just your average crime story. Starring Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, its tale of the real-life eponymous bank robbers takes a graphic look at violence, and at a time when that wasn't the norm. The end sequence features what are still considered to be some of the most visceral killings ever put to screen. Penn doesn't hold back, delivering a scene that still has the power to shock audiences.
Hey.
It's a truly gruesome finale, riddled with bullets, but it also served to dramatically influence American cinema from that point forward, all the way up to today, where movie violence is not unusual. Number 4. Shower Scene, Psycho. Very few scenes can claim to be quite so studied as this one. In Alfred Hitchcock's classic thriller, the plot goes haywire when Marion Crane takes a shower, and the result is an even more iconic chapter in cinematic violence than Bonnie and Clyde would be 7 years later. Hitchcock famously kills off his leading lady in dramatic fashion, using a series of quick cuts to show her bloody fate unfolding. It broke new ground and defied censorship rules at the same time. The shocking narrative shift so early in the movie is another reason why Psycho stood out. In an often repeated claim, this is also said to be the first scene to show a toilet being flushed. That's not quite true, but showing a toilet was a surprising rarity. All in all, it certainly changed how we saw our bathrooms. Number 3. The Odessa Steps, Battleship Potemkin. In the early 20th century, many Soviet filmmakers helped to shape the future of cinema, with plenty of experimentation and innovative editing choices. This scene, however, is remembered above any other. Director Sergei Eisenstein created the look, feel, and incredible tragedy of a violent massacre. The Odessa Steps sequence combines striking imagery with strategic cuts to create unbearable tension. Chaos takes hold, while the iconic image of the baby carriage ties the sequence together. Although Battleship Potemkin is inspired by true events, this exact scene on the stairs didn't actually happen in real life. And yet, it still holds up as one of the greatest ever depictions of bloodshed and conflict on film. Number 2. Leaving Kansas Behind, The Wizard of Oz. Imagine watching a movie in 1939 and seeing this happen.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Contrary to popular belief, this moment actually wasn't the first time that people had seen color on screen, but it did mark the finest use of Technicolor to that point, and a true breakthrough in the industry. Dorothy and Toto exit their drab Kansas life, entering into the vibrant set of Munchkin Land for one of the most magical transitions in the history of film. Creating it was no easy feat, with the cast and crew reportedly working on some individual scenes for weeks, even months at a time. Everyone had to adjust to make the new technology work. The Technicolor process, among other things, is said to have skyrocketed the studio's electricity bill to more than $4 million in today's money. But no matter how they got there, the result is nothing short of a classic.
No, I know we're not in Kansas.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Paternal Revelations, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Darth Vader lets Luke know the shocking truth in a legendary twist.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough.
He told me you killed him. No. I am your father.
First full-length animated feature, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The Walt Disney team crafted an animated fairy tale that kicked off a huge legacy.
Someday my prince will come. Someday we'll meet again.
Opening Shark Attack, Jaws. The creepy camera work and John Williams' score scare people out of the water. Blending live action and animation, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Robert Zemeckis' film functions like an expert homage to cartoons.
You don't know how hard it is being a man, looking at a woman looking the way you do.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
De-aging, X-Men The Last Stand. Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen look younger thanks to some early CGI advancements.
And I would expect you of all people would understand my feelings about the misuse of power.
Power corrupts and all that. Yes, I know, Charles. When are you going to stop lecturing me?
When you start listening.
If you love games, be sure to check out WatchMojo's new game, Terrible Influence. Just launched for purchase at terribleinfluence.com. Terrible Influence is a satirical board game about the dark side of fame from the writer of the most popular girls in school and us, WatchMojo.
Boom. I can make an apology video.
Oh, you so would.
Click on the link in the description to check out the game and be the first to play Terrible Influence.
Number 1. You Ain't Heard Nothin' Yet. The Jazz Singer. Up until the late 1920s, movies were largely silent affairs. The trajectory of cinema then changed with The Jazz Singer. The 1927 release includes the first instance of synchronized dialogue, with this scene featuring the lead Al Jolson addressing a crowd.
You ain't heard nothing yet. Wait a minute, I tell you. You ain't heard nothing.
It's a simple line, but nothing was ever the same again. Behind the scenes, the moment was made possible by the Vitaphone system at Warner Brothers, something which co-founder Sam Warner, in particular, had pushed very hard to set up.
Goodbye. Don't cry.
In an eerie twist of fate, Sam died the day before the world premiere of The Jazz Singer, and so he never saw the lasting impact that this one movie would have. The talkies had arrived.
Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face.
Did we forget another important moment from film history? Let us know in the comments below.